This video looks at how the idea of concord or grammatical agreement operated in Old English. It deals with how nouns, verbs, pronouns, demonstratives and adjectives are arranged in sentences according to relationships involving their case, number, person and gender. So agreement, concord. So in grammar, agreement is the correspondence of a verb with its subject in person, first, second, third person, and number, and of a pronoun with its antecedent in person, number and gender. Another term for grammatical agreement is concord. So for example, to say good day, gold daya, both gold and daya, daya the noun, day the noun, and gold, good, are both in the masculine nominative singular case. So the noun is day, the adjective is gold, good, and they are both in the same nominative masculine singular form. To say good days, as in those were good days, then golda dages, masculine nominative plural. Because the noun is now in the plural, we need to use the adjective in the plural as well. So we go from goad to goder. And this is because there must be agreement between the adjective and the noun as a part of concord or grammatical agreement. Some more examples. Mitchell, ship. Ship is the noun. Mitchell is large. They're in the neuter nominative singular case. Mitchele shipu, large ships. Mitchele shipu. Double C there means pronounced twice. Hold the thing long, so mitchele shipu, large ships, neuter, nominative and plural. The noun here is in the plural, and so Mitchell now takes the plural form Mitchele. Gold nicht, good night. Night is the noun, and it's the feminine noun, and so gold must be feminine, nominative and singular. Good nights, as in enjoyable nights, good nights. Now, nicht, same thing again for nights, for the plural, but still in the nominative and feminine. So the plural case for good becomes goder in the feminine, or goda. Bold warrior, wicha is warrior, bald is bold, and masculine nominative singular. When we want the plural of warriors though, wichan, and so now the adjective that describes the warriors now must go into the plural form, so no longer bald, but balder, baldan. Balder, baldan, wichan. Alright, so subject and verb. The verb agrees with its subject noun in number and person. So, se casare hina underfeng andata romanishan witan hina urthodan sawuda. So the emperor welcomed him and the Roman senators honoured him greatly. So here we have the noun and the verb, which is welcomed, underfeng. The noun is casare, the emperor king welcomed. So the emperor him welcomed, and the Roman senators him honoured greatly. Literal translation there, but notice that witan, the Roman senators, that's a noun, that's in the plural, and so the verb, which is honoured, must also be in the plural as well. Casare, the king, emperor, is in the singular, and so welcomed, underfeng, must be in the singular as well. The verb can tell us about the subject, even when it's missing. So if we have a look at this part of a line from the Battle of Malden poem, we have heit tha beren berunas gangan. So commanded, then shields to bear, warriors to go. Literal translation. But hate is in the third person singular. Well, this is dealing with warriors, so hate would be a he commanding the warriors. So we have he commanded the men to bear their shields and to go. So hate, commanded, is in the third person singular. Now, even though he or hey is not present, then in relation to the warriors here, the context gives us the shields to bear, the warriors to go. It tells us that this is a he that commanded. Nu shulon herian helvon riches word. Now must praise heavenly kingdom's guardian. So now we must praise the guardian of the kingdom of heaven. Nu, now. Shulon, must. Herian, it's praise. Kingdom of heaven. Helvon riches, two words, heaven and kingdom. And word, God, guardian. Now, this shulon is in the first person plural. So, first person plural, we. Now we. So even though way, the Old English word for we, way, is not there, we can tell from the context, from the case, the form that this takes, that it's in the first person plural, shulon. So there must be a we there. When we translate it, we put a we there. Remember, Old English is an inflected language, so the case will tell you a great deal of information about it because it communicates grammatical information. Alright, when the verb follows a compound subject, the verb will agree with the first part of that compound subject. So, her henges on the horse fuchton with urgerne tham kuninga. A word urgerne tham kuninga. So here, Hengist and Horsa fought with King Vortigern. Now, fuchton is in the plural because you have two people here, Hengist and Horsa, or Hengist and Horsa. So, fought must be then in the plural. We take the plural form for that word. Right. When the verb comes before the compound subject, it will be singular. So, thar shall beon yadrunk and playa. There will be drink and play. There will be drink and play. Now, shall, will, is in the singular. There, and so it takes the singular form when it comes before the compound subject. And the compound subject is yadrunk and playa. So the two nouns there, drink and play. Pronouns and their antecedents. So pronouns and their antecedents, that's the nouns, must agree with each other in number and gender. So we have here tol fam kuning, he, his feores. To the king, he, for his life. Now, both kuning, he, and his are singular masculine. So they agree in number, singular, gender, masculine. So her per thus nama, the harper whose name. And just remember the dots here just means there's other text in there, but not relevant to the example I'm showing you. So se her per thus nama, the harper whose name. Her per, harper, is singular, and so thas is also singular, masculine. So the pronouns, thas is the pronouns, and the antecedents, the nouns, right, must agree with each other in number and gender. So singular, number, gender, masculine. Alright, when dealing with general terms like hit, that, and huat, etc., these neuter pronouns, hit, that, huat, etc., are used without regard to the number and gender of the noun they refer to. So you've got a bit more freedom with those. So that, war, and erla, finas, they were all Laps, as in from Lapland, Finland. That, singular, neuter, finas, plural, masculine. So here, the neuter pronoun doesn't matter what number or gender it takes. Far ongan hina eft langian on his kuthe. So here hina masculine, he, his, his. In other words, then began he again to long for his homeland. Okay, then he began to long for his homeland again. Eft is again. Notice how it's structured there. Then began he again to long on for his homeland. Alright, notice feminine singular for kuthe, homeland, and here hina and his are masculine singular. So they don't agree here. And then with these neuter pronouns, that's not necessary. Alright, nouns and their modifiers. So a noun and all its modifiers, that's demonstratives, pronouns and adjectives, must agree in gender, number and case. Fa thas on merian se massapareost abead thas madinus ward tham maran bishoper. Now, when the morning after, the priest reported the virgin's words to the famous bishop. Okay, here you go. So if you have a look here now, say the and priest, the priest is both words, say the and massa pareos, priest, are the nominative, the masculine and singular. Over here, thas maidines, the genitive, as in the maidens, referring to a single maiden, but in possessive, as in maidens, referring to a particular maiden, neuter and singular. So thas is just the, say is just the, and over here tham is also just the, but they change form they change case according to their use, according to the nouns that accompany them. If you have a look here, tham maran bishoper. This is in the dative, masculine and singular. So the here has to be the dative, masculine and singular, just as maran, famous, and bishop, noun, and the adjective maran, as in famous. So dative, masculine, singular. So say, thas, and tham, all the word, modern English word the, but look at the form it takes. Different in each case, and according to the noun that it modifies or accompanies. And the adjective too is also caught up, as we saw earlier at the beginning of the video. It must have the same case, number and gender. Notice they all, see, both those have the masculine here, both these have the neuter here, and all three of these have the masculine. Alright, next bit. Alright. Now, tha arizon sona of tham sawertan flocka, tawayan eis licha deovlu mid isanum tolum. So then from that dark company, two terrifying devils instantly arose with iron tools. And notice here, tham sawertan flocka, dative, masculine, singular. Darken is the adjective, flocka is the company, the noun, and tham, the. Alright? Or that in this case. And they all have to agree with each other. In case, dative, gender, masculine, and number, singular. Over here, tawayan eis licha deovlu, nominative, masculine, plural. And over here, isanum tolum, iron tools, dative, neuter, plural. Alright, let's have a look over here. Eowere yefearan the mid tham kuninge ofsalayana warun. Okay, your companions who were slain with the king. Your eowere companions who with the king slain were. Now here, if you have a look here, yefearan, companions, there's the noun, and adjective, there's the pronoun. Eowere, sorry, not adjective. Eowere is the pronoun, sorry. And they're in the accusative, masculine, and plural. They must agree with each other. Over here, tham kuninga, dative, masculine, singular. So there, both of these must agree with each other in the dative, masculine, and singular. Okay, this tham is demonstrative. This eowere is the pronoun. Next bit, so just in summary, the verb agrees with its subject, noun in number and person. The verb can tell us about the subject even when it's missing, and when the verb follows a compound subject, the verb will agree with the first part, that compound subject part. When the verb comes before the compound subject, it will be singular. Pronouns and their antecedents, that's their nouns, must agree with each other in number and gender, and the neuter pronouns, hit, that, what, etc., are used without regard to the number and gender of the noun they refer to. And then finally, a noun and all its modifiers, demonstratives, pronouns, and adjectives must agree in gender, number, and case. And one final example of that, let's have a look at this. we have got Haaland, the Saviour, Almichtige, Almighty, the Almighty Saviour. And they're in the nominative, which is say, is also in the nominative. I could put an extra blue arrow in there, I should have. Masculine and singular. So say qualifies for all that. So there's the noun, Haaland, the Saviour, Almichtige, Almighty, and then the. Now, I should have put another blue arrow there, but all three are in the nominative case, the masculine and singular. Masculine gender, singular number, and nominative case. Alright, so, and that's the end of that.